there's just so many. I find like these questions unfair because
Hi, Junaid. Hi.
oh, you
I
right?
see you. You look great. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, how are you today? Thanks so much for accepting our invitation to do this chat today. This is all about getting to know you, getting to know more about the song, this amazing song, Phul Javan Duniya, that has just taken Trinidad by storm, right? And us here at Radio 90.5 FM. So welcome to Trinidad. Welcome to Radio 90.5 FM. Before we get to Phul Javan Duniya, how have you been doing? Where in the world are you talking to us from? Because we have listeners from all over the world. And how have you been really
Yeah.
coping with, the pandemic, the restrictions that you might be under right now?
Yeah, I mean, I live in London, so I'm here in London, and obviously the lockdown hasn't been lifted yet. I mean, it's getting lightened, and yeah, I mean, the pandemic's been a lot about self-reflection, I guess, and just learning
Oh,
a lot about myself and trying to like gather up information so I could put towards my music.
oh, nice. So it's been kind of work for you then. Busy.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really leave the house much. Like, I have my music set up at home, so it's kind of normal for me.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, let's get to Phul Javan Duniya. Let's talk about Phul Javan Duniya, right? This incredible song. So I know it was released in November of 2019, but it only really appeared on our radar around April of this year. And
Yeah.
then within 2 months, it jumped to that number one spot. So our listeners just heard it once and just went crazy for it and just have been voting constantly for this song. And there it stayed it's been there for the last month, 4 consecutive weeks at our number one spot.
It's really crazy. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, but like the Caribbean itself, such a beautiful place, and having beautiful people listening to our music is just it's so crazy. Yeah.
So did you think like when you were making music, obviously you think about your audience in England, in the UK. Did you ever think you would reach like this part of the world, like the West Indies, this tiny island?
It's a massive surprise, I'll be honest, because like I mean, obviously, making music in England, we're always trying to aim for the East, trying to get to like India, and having Trinidad like loving our music is just a big gift to us.
Oh, good. Well, we just can't wait for what's next. But in the meantime, Phul Javan Duniya is doing a really good job. So tell us a little bit about what went into this song. So earlier this week on Monday, we spoke with Hero, who is
Yep.
the female singer-songwriter behind this, along with you and producer Jason, right?
Yeah.
And she said that you guys got in touch with her, and that's kind of how it came together. We'd love to hear your side of it, how you remember it.
Yeah, I mean, I just had come back from Pakistan. I went after 16 years, and I felt like very uplifted after seeing family and stuff. So I came back, and usually I'm very shy. I don't usually message anyone. And Hero added me, and I seen her singing in the video, and I had to message her, and it happened so quick. Like on the 21st, I think we met up. April 21st, we met up, and April 25th, we were like finishing our song off. So
Right.
it was amazing, really. Yeah.
So you and Jason had really worked together before this, actually, before Phul Javan Duniya, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jason J himself, he's a super producer in my eyes, and I can't wait for the world to hear his music because he's really phenomenal at what he does. And so we've been working for 2 years, and thanks to him and his belief in my talent and like trying to push me into the right direction, it's been going really well so far.
So what was it about Hero then that made you guys think this is the voice we need? This is the talent that needs to come into the picture, Phul Javan Duniya.
We never really knew, like for me, obviously, as an artist, I feel like the best thing you can do is create some kind of relationship with someone that's in music. So for me, it was about building a relationship with her, and if we vibe, that was what mattered. And obviously, it was just so organic.
Right.
It all actually happened over here. So like, she just walked in, and everything was just popping, quick. So
Wow. Yeah, so really good chemistry then. She
yeah,
described your relationship. She said you and her were like the kids, like the siblings, and Jason is the one who kind of keeps it together. Would you agree with that?
yeah, to
Because
some
I
extent.
guess you might have like a different dynamic with him outside of this group, right? So,
I mean, yeah, I mean, the thing is, Jason's head is screwed on. Like, he knows what he wants and what he wants to do. So, whereas me and Hero, we're all about music and trying to get all artsy and stuff. So, he gives us direction and where our creativity needs to go. So, it's a really big plus for us.
so it's a nice family kind of vibe then.
100%, yeah.
So, what we didn't really get to chat about on Monday with Hero was the video. So I've seen the video probably no less than 65 times. I love it. It's such a nice, vibrant kind of high energy vibe. It perfectly matches the song, right? What kind of goes into creating a music video like that?
So, I mean, once again, like, I've built a relationship with a videographer called Daniel Gemsa. And me and him have worked quite closely. So I called him up and he came over and we all met up and we came across a plan that we're just going to go around London. We're going to have fun. You know, we'll go to some colorful spots that I've never been shot in. And that's pretty much what went behind it. I mean, the main thing on the day was like, we were all just giggly and just like enjoying the sun and, you know,
Yeah,
like around just dancing around and singing. So what more
yeah.
can you?
It didn't feel like work.
Not at all. I mean, that's the best thing about music, like that it never feels like work. So yeah.
That's good. That's really good to hear, actually. So it was done all in England, all in the UK.
E-
You remember like
all in
some,
London,
oh, in London?
like
Wow, okay.
within like a 1 mile radius, I think it was. We all just went
Oh,
in,
nice.
and apart from that, my dad actually had built a marquee in the back full of like decorative stuff that we used in the video, which came across
Right.
pretty nicely as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
definitely. And the
yeah, I mean,
costumes and everything.
it was a lot of like just trying to get our resources. Like, you know, we were calling up people for like, you know, as much as help we could get for this project. So it just benefited us like that as well.
Right, right. So how long did it really take to pull together the video? Including the creative process, including shooting the video and all of that. How long does that
Uh,
really take?
I mean, I can't remember, but I don't think it took long. I mean, it was quite choppy the way we were going.
Right,
The thing that kind of delayed any process was trying to get in touch with labels and showing them
right,
off our finished product. So that was
right.
about that, yeah.
So as you mentioned labels, then let's just go back to the music just for 1 second. So
Yes.
Hero, she gave her perspective about, releasing music as an independent artist versus via a label, one of the bigger labels even. How do you feel about that? How did you feel about, the final decision that was made? Do you think you're more comfortable doing things that way?
Yeah, I think being independent has its pluses. You get to make your own decisions and go in a direction you want to go. And I mean, for this project specifically, the love and effort that we had put in, I don't think it was right to give away to someone to
Right.
like do it for us. So like, there was a lot of energy and a lot of love in this song for all three of us.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I mean, that was the biggest factor, to be honest.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. So let's move away from Phul Javan Duniya a bit and let's move on to Junaid Malik. Let's get to know you. All right. So you say you're in London, right? So you're
Yeah.
born and bred British. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. So tell me about how you got into music. Did it start from when you were very young, or is it something you recently took up? How did it all happen?
I was actually talking about this with a friend last night, and because I was rubbish at school, so I kind of told him that, like, most of my music has come from the TV. Like, whatever I've seen on the screen has kind of educated me into
Right.
like what I wanted to be. So just having the TV on and Bollywood music on and like the English stuff and just growing up, and obviously my parents, they're quite artsy themselves, so like having that creative space just to like get into was pretty easy.
Oh, what do you mean they were artsy? So they were very supportive. They probably were also in music, or
So I mean, in sense of like they're creative people. We're not really like the logical kind of like, yeah, let's like set life in one way,
okay,
but just very like using whatever we can to like make. I mean,
open-minded,
it's
free-thinking, kind of.
really supportive as well. They put in a lot of effort into like my music at the same time, and so I really I respect that. So yeah.
And I also read about your experience with Brit Asia Superstar. Well, not your experience per se, but you placed third in that contest. So, what was the lead up then to you deciding to compete, do competitive singing, and that kind of thing?
So what happened is I was around about 18 or 19 at the time, and one of my friends in college kind of told me that I should start singing. So a couple of months before the competition, I just found a singing tutor, and he started like teaching me all of his tricks and what not to do. And gradually, I got into this competition, and I met some amazing people. And those friendships are like like a very good memory of mine. So like they're there, and yeah, I mean, Brit was an experience because I got taught that like being humble and having humility is probably the biggest like gift that you can have as a character. So it was a real eye opener for me going forward.
Yeah. So then it was after Brit Asia Superstar, you did some more music, some of your own stuff. And
Yeah,
then, well, there was this comeback single, Tua Urda.
yeah.
So how did that happen then?
So I took a break from music for around about 6 or 7 years, where I felt like I had to just grow up from away from the little limelight that I was getting back then. So I found ways of just like connecting with myself and the world. I started like going to mountains and forests, and really spending a lot of time there. And I realized that being there, it gave me a lot more energy to be creative and love what I'm doing and just enjoy life like that. So
Right.
pretty
So
much
that
that.
that journey, that self-introspection was you want to tell us a little bit more about that, the process that goes into looking within then to create and to put the stuff out there. I mean, as
Yeah,
comfortable as you want to get with it, obviously.
yeah.
You don't have to.
I mean, talking about Tuarda in that way is that like for Tuarda, I was out. So basically, we shot the video in south of England, a place
Right.
called Seven Sisters. So the day before I had recorded the song, I was actually out there and really just enjoying the vibe. And when I came back, I turned my computer on the next day, like right after I woke up and started getting to work. And it gave me understanding that the experience that is current, that's what you should be using in your music. Like you can't, if you start dwelling in your past when you're trying to
Yeah.
create, it's not
Right.
right. You have to your current energy. So anytime I'm upbeat or like in an extreme emotion, I try and like use music as a benefactor in that stage of my life. So
And I
yeah,
guess that song kind of did the same for your audience as well, right? So it kind of provided that healing then for you, and then hopefully also to have the same kind of effect. I really like
yeah,
it. It's a good song. It reminds me a little bit of Shudai, which is actually your latest release, right?
yeah.
And it's not.
So sorry, go on.
No, you go on. Yeah, you finish.
So should I? For me, is like a sister song to do or the.
Mm,
It's more like darker. I think I did it when I was in that kind of mood as well. So, but same kind of like message, but in reverse. So, yeah, I mean, we try and like put in a lot of effort in the writing of what we're, sending out, what message we want to give to the world. And
Right.
obviously, like, for me personally, I think like songs like Should I, I'm gonna try and move away and try and like focus on a little bit more positive things.
Okay.
So
Because
yeah,
obviously, well, Shudai and Tua Urda, they're on the opposite end of the spectrum to Phul Javan Duniya, right? So
yeah.
which one do you prefer singing? When you say you want to move away and you want to do more positive things, is that how you feel about singing and performing those songs or composing or anything like that? Which is it?
I mean, songs like Phul Javan Duniya, the way that we came up with the idea, the way that we felt in the room when we were creating it,
Yeah,
that's what I'm chasing now and looking for now. Like just being, uplifted. The spirits need to be high when we're making music. I feel like that's the main thing. Obviously, not all the time. It's not going to happen all the time, but that is the main focus for now.
right. Okay, good. So you are a composer and a lyricist.
Yeah.
Right. You have quite a few songs under your belt. So definitely you have the experience to answer this question. Which comes first usually, the lyrics or the melody?
The melody all the time. I mean,
All the time.
yeah. So just like many other singers and songwriters, they mumble on the mic and they start writing to it. So what I figured out is every time I'm actually mumbling, I'm trying to say something, but I can't think of the word at that point. So I try and just focus on what I'm trying to say and write that down, and it usually works for me. And yeah, I mean, I've learned one thing about like songwriting and making music is that you make mistakes, and those mistakes are really what's going to make your song, because usually they have some kind of um, freedom to it. There's no
Right.
like structure for it to just what I'm trying to say. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I see Jason agrees with you. He says melody is king.
yeah,
So always the melody and everything else follows. Okay, so you mentioned that some of your influences lie in Bollywood,
yeah.
right? But you've not done any playback for Bollywood just yet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's a very, very big, like, that would be a very big achievement in my life when I like get to it, hopefully when I get to it. So
Yeah.
like I would love to do that, but yeah, it's something that's really up there.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I have no doubt that you will get there because I think you're like well on your way, definitely. I think everyone will agree with me. Everybody send a thumbs up if you agree with me. And but which music directors would you think you'd like to work with if, you know, given that opportunity?
I mean, Vishal and Shekhar are probably one of my favorites right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? Himesh Reshammiya is a G. Like I want to work with him. His music is just like it changed the way like the
Yeah.
direction of music when he came out. So I think working with him and learning from him would be an experience in itself.
Yeah, yeah. And when I hear those names, Vishal Shekhar, I hear Himesh Reshammiya, I immediately think of like their high energy kind of music. So is that the kind of stuff you'd want to work on and
Yeah, I mean, I'm at a stage of my
the
life where
peppy?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Yeah, not
Yeah, so
nothing.
I'm at a stage of my life where like where I feel like love is all, and I really believe in like in this whole giving your positive energy out to the world. So I really just want to focus on that kind of music, and hopefully it'll benefit everyone else that listens to it as well. So
Right,
yeah.
good. So who are your favorite Bollywood singers? So if you do have this opportunity in front of you, which singers would you like to collaborate with most? First and foremost, male and female.
Oh snap! I mean, that's a hard question. I mean, obviously Arjit Singh's brilliant and Atif Aslam's brilliant. I mean, but I don't. There's just so many. I find like these questions unfair because I admire and respect everyone for what they're good at, not
Yeah,
as
yeah.
like,
Well, I mean, you
as
can have
everyone.
a few. You can have a few, I think. So give me some names then that come to mind.
All
Because I
right,
think it's
so
hard for everyone to just choose one, right? Because then you
yeah,
think back to your childhood and then presently
right now
might just be too.
I think B Prac and Johnny are the people that anyone wants to like really like involve
Right.
themselves. Their
Yeah.
music is beautiful and really soul touching. And female wise, like female singers, I mean, I have a brilliant co-singer, Hero, who, for me, I believe is the best vocalist in the UK. I don't think any female singer in the UK
Oh.
that kind of talent.
Oh.
But apart from that, I mean, I think Asta Gill would be good. Like, I think we're on the same kind of vibe. I think we would make something good.
Right. Nice. Cool. Thank you very much. And since we're in the realm of Bollywood, who would you sing playback for? Who do you see yourself singing playback for? Which actor?
So I have, I have this goal in my head to do it for Ranveer Singh because I find his energy so like, so,
Yeah,
so
I know.
easy and yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of his, so definitely he
Yeah,
would
he's a
be like
legend.
good
Yeah.
for.
Yep. Okay, and who's your favorite actress?
Once again, that's a hard question. There's so many. They're all so beautiful as well. I mean, right now I think Janvi Kapoor has kind of caught my eye, and Tapsi Pannu because her movies are brilliant.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
they're
love Tapsi. Yeah, she does the offbeat kind of movie, right?
yeah,
That you really appreciate the new age kind of films. Okay,
yeah.
great. So, if you're not singing, what what are you outside of a musician? Who's Junaid Malik, the man?
Um, music is my life really, but outside of that, I think like I'm really inspired by sports, cricket,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, I think I'm just a bit too much of a guy's guy. I just enjoy what guys like doing, so really the blues apart from like what music is to me. So yeah,
Okay, great. So, before we move a little bit further and kind of wrap up, because I'm just keeping an eye on the time, I just wanted to say hi to some of our viewers, right? They've said hello from all over the world. So, hi to Hero, of course, to Jason. I love the chemistry you guys have. They've been so supportive throughout this entire interview. I've only been seeing, so much love and support. Jason says, you and Hero, you're already on the Bollywood train. It's just waiting to take off, I feel like that's it's really such a beautiful kind of uh, vibe to have with your coworkers and your friends, your family. So hi to Hero and Jason. Thanks so much for joining us today. Hi to Tanya. Hi to Anu. Hi to Shivani. To Wendy, Nalini, Ronald, Rabadia, Yusuf, Abdul, Priya, Kurt, Nikki, Sadia, Cheryl, Anissa, Avita. Thanks everyone for joining in
thank
and
you.
for all of your
Yeah,
lovely comments. I'm sure
yeah,
Junaid.
yeah. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's joined. Like, obviously we can't like meet up in person, so having everyone on this Insta Live listening in is a big gift.
Yeah, well, that's until you come to Trinidad, right? Because hopefully we'll be your first Caribbean performance, I hope.
I swear to you, I am dying to come to Trinidad. I mean, like get me on a plane. I just need to get out of here one way or another. But yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. Trinidad is the
Yeah.
place to be right now for me.
Yeah, I agree. So I can't let you go though
Sure.
without asking you to sing for us. Can you sing a few lines of this number one song, this incredible song, Phul Javan Duniya?
All right, cool. Sure, let's do this. Hmm, आंखों oh wait, sorry. आंखों में आंखें तेरी जुल्फों की बारिश तेरी खोया मैं रहता हूँ एक बारी आजा तू. Yeah, so I
Oh,
need your
thank you. That was so good. Yay. All right. And Obviously, we wish you all the best, only the best, and we hope you'll keep in touch with us here at Radio 90.5 FM. Before I let you go, where can we find you? You're on Instagram, obviously. Any
Yeah.
other socials?
Yeah, so on Twitter, I'm there. I think I'm quite active there. So Junaid Malik on Twitter, and obviously on YouTube. Just check out my videos.
Okay, great. And your website as well. That's kind of
Yeah,
where I did.
thejunaidmalik.com, which, yeah, updated in a long time, but it's still useful.
Yeah. Great. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, Junaid. Keep well, keep safe, and keep making beautiful music.
Thank you for having me. I mean, thank you to Trinidad for all the love that they're giving us. And, you know, I hope we get to get this very soon and give all that love back. So thank you again.
We're looking forward. Bye.
All right, bye.